Picture this, someone fills out your website contact form at 8:47 p.m. on a Wednesday night. They're planning a bathroom renovation and want quotes from a few plumbers. What happens next? In most businesses, nothing. Until tomorrow morning, maybe. And then they've already called 3 other plumbers and booked inspections with 2 of them. But what if your business called them back in 20 seconds? Not tomorrow, not an hour, 20 seconds. That's what I'm going to show you today. That captures a website lead and has an AI agent calling them before they even close their browser. Hi, I'm Russell from Amplify Automation, and this is the highest converting automation I've built for trade businesses. So let's get into it. Alright, let's walk through this form from a customer's perspective. So I'm a homeowner. My wife and I are planning to renovate our bathroom, our ensuite. So I'm going to fill out some details. So let's put in my name. Details here. I'm just going to paste in my message. Okay, so I'm looking for a quote for an ensuite bathroom, a new vanity toilet and shower, hoping to start in 4 to 6 weeks. So this is not an urgent request, but I'm looking to get quotes from a few plumbers, so I'm getting them booked in the next few weeks or so. Now in a traditional setup, I get maybe an order reply email saying, thanks for your inquiry, we'll be in touch soon. So that's cool, but I've also got forms open for 3 other plumbers. Whoever calls me first and makes it easy to book gets the site visit. And, probably the job. I'm going to submit this message now. And within about 20 seconds, my phone will ring. Hello?
Hi, am I speaking with Russell?
Yes.
Hello, Russell. This is Sarah from Bright Spark Electrical. I am an AI voice assistant. I'm following up on your inquiry from our website. Is now a good time to talk?
Yeah, it is.
Perfect, thank you. I'm following up on your inquiry on our website. You mentioned that you are looking for a quote on an en-suite bathroom renovation, including a new vanity, toilet, and shower. And you are hoping to start in 4 to 6 weeks. Would you like to book an on-site free, no obligation quote?
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Thank you.
Great to hear that, Russell. Let me confirm your email address is russell.smith@gmail.com, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So you said russell.smith@gmail.com, right?
Yep.
What day and time work best for you for the on-site quote?
Could we do Friday at 10 a.m. on the 2nd of January?
Yes, Friday the 2nd of January at 10 a.m. is available. I will book that for you now. Your appointment is booked for Friday, January 2nd at 10 a.m. Thanks for your time, Russell. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Have a good day.
So you can see there, the AI confirms my details, asks a few questions about the job, then it checks my availability and books me in for a site visit. The whole conversation took about 2 minutes. Here's what just happened from a conversion perspective. The lead went from shopping around to book site inspection in under 3 minutes with 0 human intervention. I haven't even filled out the contact forms on the other 3 plumbers yet. You've already locked in the appointment. You're still on your current job. You haven't even seen the notification yet, but you've already got a site visit booked for later in this week. And here's the kicker. Because he responded so fast and made it so easy, I'm probably not even going to bother calling those other 3 plumbers. You've already won. That's the power of speed to lead. Let me break down why this is absolutely critical for trade and home services businesses. Problem 1, you can't answer the phone. You're busy doing actual work. The work that pays the bills. Every time you stop to take a call, you're losing productivity. But every call you miss is a potential job. Problem 2, speed wins. Research from Harvard Business Review shows that if you're the first to respond to a lead, you're 238% more likely to qualify them. First matters a lot, especially when customers are getting multiple quotes. Problem 3, after hours inquiries, people search for plumbers at night when they're planning their projects. Your competitors who respond to evenings and weekend inquiries are eating your lunch. This system works 24/7. Problem 4, lead qualification takes time. Even when you do call back, you're playing phone tag. 3 calls just to book 1 visit. This system does it in 1 shot. Problem number 5, you forget to follow up. Be honest, how many leads have you meant to call back and just didn't? It happens. This never forgets. Here's the maths. If you typically get 10 website inquiries per week and your conversion rate is 30%, you're booking in 3 site visits. With speed to lead, industry averages show conversion rates jumping to 50 to 60%. That's 5 to 6 site visits instead of 3. If your average bathroom reno costs around $8,000 and you close 50% of your quotes, that's an extra 1 to 2 jobs per week. That's an extra $8,000 to $16,000 per week, or over $500,000 per year, for a system that costs you maybe $200 a month to run. Now let's have a look at how it actually works. Okay, here's the complete workflow in N8N. I'll walk you through each part. So you can see here, this is the inbound lead from the website. This is my demo website that I've set up. This is a webhook that is attached to the form. So basically, it's doing the form is doing a post request. It's calling this webhook, and you can see here it's pulling in the different information from the query. So the person's name, the email address, phone, industry, message, the time when it came through as well. So first of all, just do a check to see if the data is valid. People can get around client-side validation. Really what I need is a phone number to make the phone call and a name of the person. That's the essential information that I need. Just do some standard editing of fields here, just pulling data, just formatting into a nicer format, essentially. Pulling it out of the sort of the call me webhook structure and just defining variables to send through. Just makes it a bit more easy to follow and reliable as part of your workflow. I have a wait here of 20 seconds. You can adjust this to any time you want. You can make it 5 seconds if you wanted to. It just feels a little bit more natural if it's like 20 to 30 seconds. So play around with that number, but 20 to 30 seconds is probably the right amount of time. And then this now sends off a post request to retail, which essentially this is the URL, which is basically create a phone call. So that will, with the data you send it, that will instigate the phone call, which you saw on the demo just before. And then you send through some key information. So the phone number that this is the phone number that retail needs to call, which was my number, and then different details here, which you saw before, which in that previous node where I pull through the first name and the details basically from the form. Also, good practice to capture these users' details in a CRM so you can follow up later those customer details. I didn't show that step here, but here it is here, and you can see my details recorded in here, today's date, and just the different details that were sent through. Okay, now it's running you through the retail prompt. As you can see here, as you would have heard on the call, it was Sarah from Bright Spark Electrical, just a fictitious electrical company. You'll see this in a lot of my retail prompts. There's some real basic sort of information of how I want the agent to respond, how I want them to handle email addresses, spell back words if they need to clarify this person's name or email address, a phone number as well, and how to say phone numbers correctly. I do find sometimes by default retail tries to actually say the whole number, which would be like, 700,467,, and 22, not actually in the normal style of a phone number. These here are input values. So as you saw in here, we're sending through some variables here. Just to see how, I just want to show you how that links up. So you've got first name, phone number, email address, industry message. You come into retail. So these are the different first name, email address, phone number, industry message. So that's the details coming in to the agent to use in the call. So you can see here it has a step-by-step sort of instructions on what to follow. So if you remember in the call, identify the recipient. So ask me, am I speaking with Russell for this instance? If no, I would try to leave a message for them. And if yes, just want to confirm it's a good time to talk. From there, we go to step 2 where the agent formally introduces themselves, clearly states they're an AI voice assistant. I think that's very important, to be honest, and confirms that they made an inquiry on our website. So basically, move on to step 3 and talking through the message that they send on the website, and try to really, one of the main goals for this is to book free quote appointments, like for electricians. That's one of the main goals for this agent. So it quickly mentions the message that they submit on the website and tries to book them into a free no obligation quote. As this was a demo, you didn't take address details, but you can easily add address details into this as well to book the on-site. And just finally, just wrapping up, just confirming the email address, then You may have seen my other retail videos. This retail has an inbuilt functionality with cal.com, so it has these call out tools where you can check calendar availability here. So you can see the name of the tool, check calendar availability. So it comes in here and checks the calendar availability. That's connected to my cal.com calendar, checks to see if I have availability. And if it does, it comes back and it tries to book that as well. It's also important to handle objection handling. If someone's asked why you're calling me, so let them know you left an inquiry on our website, UAI, be honest, let them know you're a voice assistant. You also look at technical failures as well. Sometimes cal.com is down or is not working and just want to handle that gracefully. Or unclear requests. If the person is not clear in how they're speaking, they have a heavy accent, you can ask to, it's got here 2 attempts to try to understand them, but if you can't, there's another inbuilt tool called transfer call, which transfers to a real number. If you're a plumbing business or electrical business, you'd probably put in your personal number there if you want to, or your office number there if you wanted to transfer it to a human. Didn't demo this in that call, but you can also set up knowledge bases here, this is essentially RAG, so retrieval augmented generation, provides the agent additional information to be able to answer questions about your company. So in a previous video, I talked through how you could load your business documents into a OneDrive or Google Drive, where a vector database like Pinecone would pick it up automatically, and that would be used by the LLM to answer questions about your business. So from form submission to phone ringing, we're consistently hitting 15 to 20 seconds. And that's fast enough that customers usually still on your website when their phone rings. They know exactly who's calling and why. Now while that call is happening, we've got a second workflow running. This is triggered by a webhook from Retail when the call ends. Retail sends us the complete call data, including the sentiment analysis. Was the customer happy, frustrated, felt neutral? How serious are they about the project? Are there any red flags? So just stepping through the summary workflow, you can see here we've got a webhook that's defined there. For my internet instance, webhook update lead info. If you come into Retail, agent level webhook settings, so you can see the update lead info to my internet instance. So this gets called 3 times, when the call started, when the call ends, and then also a call analyzed event, and that's the one I'm interested in. So you can see here I have a filter here to filter out the started and the end events, because I don't care about those in this scenario. I just want the call analyzed event. That gets passed on to a summarization chain, so it takes in a lot of data from Retail, but it takes all the call data and summarizes it. I then just do a quick check to make sure the data is valid, because I'm validating on phone number, because that's how I match records. And then I update the record in Airtable. You can see here, this is the data that was recorded from the form submission, but these are the 2 fields that are updated as part of the call summary. So the call sentiment was positive, and just a quick summary of the call transcript. That was Friday, 2nd of January. The quote was booked at 10 a.m. Okay, so here's what you need to make this all work. So the technical requirements. You need an NAN account. A cloud account is the easiest one to set up, or you can also self-host it. You need a Retail AI account. You need some sort of CRM as well to store the lead information. So I used Airtable. It has a pretty generous free tier of up to about 1,000 records. So that is quite a lot to get you started. And obviously you need a website with a contact form. So business requirements, you need a business phone number, usually connected through Twilio or similar. You may need to create a new number as part of the process. A calendar system, so as you saw in my demo there was Google, but it could be Outlook, it could be something as simple as cal.com or Calendly. And you need your business documentation in a digital format, so that it can be loaded into Retail and it can be used to answer common questions as well. Because there could be a scenario where the person wants to book in a quote, but they want to ask a few questions about your business first. So setup time, I'll be sharing all the templates for the NAN and Retail in the description below, so you can use them as a base to get you started. But 2 to 3 hours to set up the NAN workflows, Retail agent training. As you saw, the prompt there, has a lot of information, standard sort of information that I give to that agent to work in the right way. It's about 1 or 2 hours. And there's for testing and refinement, so 2 or 3 hours. So you basically set this up within a day and a half at the most. So ongoing costs for this solution, N8N Cloud account costs about $40 a month for probably as little as $5 a month, so you get some cost savings there. Retail is about 5 cents per call per minute, so if you look at 30 calls a month, that's about $7.50. Airtable is free up to 1,000 records, but I think the next tier up, I'm not sure how many records you get, but it's around $20 a month, so it's still pretty cheap. So you get a total sort of cost would be around maximum $70 per month. If you self-host an N8N, you get that down to under $50 a month. Compare that to a receptionist at $65K per year, or losing just one $1,000 job per month because you responded too slowly. The return on investment is insane. Look, I know this seems complex. There's a lot of moving parts: webhooks, APIs, AI agents, CRM integrations. But here's the thing: you don't need to be a tech expert to benefit from this. You just need to recognize that speed matters. If you're serious about capturing more leads and converting more jobs, this is the system that does it. You've got 3 options. Option 1, do it yourself. I've got the templates and step-by-step guides. If you're comfortable with N8N, you can build this yourself in a weekend. Option 2, done for you. Book a discovery call. I'll build the entire system for you, train your AI agent, and hand it over to you, ready to go. This usually takes a week. Option 3, a hybrid. I build the foundation, you learn to manage it. Best of both worlds. The link to book a free 30-minute call is in the description. We'll look at your current lead flow, calculate your potential ROI, and figure out the best approach for your business. No pressure, no sales pitch, just an honest conversation about whether this makes sense for you. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more automation content built specifically for trade and home services businesses. See you in the next one.